I'm excited to be able to welcome on one of the newest members of Ole Miss and the first commit of 2021, Daeshun Ruffin. What's going on there, bro?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. First of all, before we go any further, man, congratulations.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
For sure. Well, you obviously had a top six. You have Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Mississippi, Florida, and of course, Ole Miss. You chose Ole Miss. Why?
I just felt like Ole Miss had the best. The best was the best fit for me. System wise. The coaches, made sure I was a priority from day one. Ever since we first started talking, and it just gave me that home feeling. It's not that far, so I feel like it was a no brainer for me.
And obviously, Coach Davis is doing something special out there. Ole Miss hasn't landed this much talent than ever before. Obviously, you're the second highest ranked, number one by ESPN. Matt Murrell is obviously number one, number two. Back-to-back years of land top players in the country. What's so special about Coach Davis?
He's just a stand-up guy. I'm pretty sure he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He knows the game of basketball. He knows how to win. He knows how to get the best out of his players. So that's just one thing that I admire about him. And he's also a funny, relative guy. So, yeah.
And we know you, we know Matt. We know he's obviously brought in two already big-time transfers for this upcoming season. For you and your class, you're now the face of it. You're the first guy. Who else are you guys kind of looking at possibly trying to bring in?
I'm not really looking for any guys right now. I haven't started doing that yet, but hopefully I can land a couple good guys that can, hopefully come and team up with me and we can do some big things together, hopefully.
And your top six included all SEC schools. Clearly you want to stay somewhat close to home. What went that decision? Why were they all SEC schools?
I just heard so much about the SEC. My high school coach played in the SEC, and he just told me there's nothing like it. It's gonna be hard work, grit, and grind. Almost every game, every night gonna be a competition. There's no nights off in the SEC, so I just wanted to feel that environment. And all my six schools happen to be SEC.
And one of those schools is Auburn, a school you obviously did commit to about a year ago from now. Why'd you go back a year ago? Why was Auburn the school you decided to originally commit to?
It was just like a rush decision. That was my first time, having a big school. Get in contact with me, and I had visited them. I fell in love with the school. I fell in love with the school and the coaching staff and their winning mentality. And I had made a quick decision, and I just felt like that school wasn't what was best for me, so I had to go with Ole Miss.
And you obviously go throughout the next year, and Auburn still made your top six group. What was your bond still with Coach Pearl and the coaching staff up until obviously now going to Ole Miss?
We talked every now and then. I just asked him, did he feel like I would fit in with his program? And even after, when it was my time to come, do he think I could, have the ball in my hands? And, we just talked about basically me fitting into the program.
And so would you say Ole Miss was just far and above everyone else in that group, or was it another school that you were also heavily considering?
Yeah, I was heavily considering all six of my schools. I was even considering a few HBCUs. So, it just like one day, I just felt like, Ole Miss had made an edge, had just pushed themselves to the edge to where, they made me decide to go with them.
And you just talk about the HBCU college options. That's something a lot of guys are now looking at, a possible option. I think that's a lot of guys might be considering. For you, obviously, as you chose Ole Miss, but other guys in your class and future classes, do you think some guys are going to start going to HBCUs?
Yeah, most definitely. There's a couple great guys who have transferred already to an HBCU from a big-time program. So, of course, I feel like it'll be a big thing in the future. Hopefully, one day I can get to experience something like that. But as of right now, I'm committed to the University of Ole Miss. So.
When you talk about overall for your recruiting process, it's been a long time. It's been hectic. It's been busy. But you go through this quarantine time where it's not necessarily probably the easiest way to go through this commitment process. How'd you kind of talk to your family, talk to your surrounding cast during this time while you're in quarantine doing it?
I just, talked it over with my family a lot, to make sure that we was all on the same page, what we were trying to do and who did we think could do that for us. And, we just talked a lot with God, and, I just feel like God led us to the decision to go to Ole Miss. So, my family on board, I'm on board. I feel like the decision was God led, so I'm happy with it.
And you're really in a unique class that hopefully this never happens again, but all you had to do for the last few months has been online viz, virtual viz, talking to coaches through the phone. What's it like kind of being a part of this unique class?
It's different, but, I feel like being unique is a great thing. Nobody really wants to be normal. So, to be a part of this unique class with a bunch of unique players. I mean, I'm just grateful to be in this class.
And you obviously are a very unique player. I mean, you're obviously an elite scorer, one of the top players, not just in your class, but the entire country at scoring. And you stand at just under 6 foot. How are you able to become that when you basically faced all obstacles you face?
I would just say, the way I was raised and where I come from, it's not really – I'm from Jackson. It's not really, easy coming up out here. So that just display – I mean, that just, shows into my game. I was raised differently. I'm just – down here we just had that dog mentality. We're not really worried about the height rankings and what you do and all that, man. We just want to come out and hoop and tear your neck out every night.
And I know you've had doubters and haters since, probably forever, and you still are going to have them because of your height. And you prove them wrong. And, obviously to get to the point you're at right now, at your height speaks a lot.
I'm grateful to be my height, man. I feel like it gives me an edge. I'm pretty sure people are going to skip on taking a chance with me due to my height, but the people that do, take a chance on me, I'm forever grateful for those guys. And whoever takes a chance on me in the future, just know you're going to get a hungry guy.
And we know your ultimate goal isn't just to play in college. You're going to want to play in the NBA as well. To get to that point, what will it take?
Hard work. I feel like hard work has been something that, all the greats have did. As long as you put in the hours and time, impossible hours and time into it, I'm pretty sure you're going to get to where you're trying to go. So hopefully, I can get to where I'm trying to go with all this hard work that I'm putting in.
Who are some guys you kind of look to as role models to a sense in terms of watching them play in the NBA? They kind of take pieces from and kind of using your game.
I would say all guards that are my height. My favorite player is LeBron. I love Kobe mentality. I have guys that's close to me like Malik Newman who showed me that how to work hard and how to be a professional and everything. So yeah.
Let's talk about Malik. Obviously he did his thing and went to KU, had an incredible run, especially in the tournament there, and able got some stints in the NBA. Seeing him in your corner, seeing him go through this recruiting process, seeing him make it to the NBA, what's some of the biggest tips he's not giving you as you get ready for your steps?
Just enjoy, one thing he's always told me, to enjoy, the recruiting process, enjoy the hard work, enjoy the training, enjoy everything. Because, in a split of a second, everything can be taken away and you can just be this guy who's living a regular life now. So, one thing I say he would, one of the tips that I remember from him telling me is just enjoy basketball.
And for you, as I said, he had pretty much a legendary career that is almost impossible to break, but you are on the verge of possibly breaking some of his records. You already have broke some of them. For the senior year, what do you think you have to accomplish? What's your goals so that you could possibly be at the same level as him, if not pass him?
Of course, I want to be a McDonald's All-American. Of course, you have to win. To be great, you have to win. So I want to win, and I just want to leave it all on the floor, man. I feel like if I leave it all on the floor and win, and make the McDonald's All-American, I feel like my high school career would be complete.
And this crazy stat, obviously, you guys didn't all just play in-state teams all the time. You played a lot of big-time games this year, and some of your best games this entire season were against the top guys in the country, guys like Isaiah Todd and all the other top players you played. What kind of changes in your mindset when you see one of those other elite players? What changes in your mindset as you get ready to go up against them?
I just feel like it's another opportunity to showcase my talent, showcase my ranking, showcase, all the hype behind my name. Most of the time we play those big name guys. They're the big name guys. I'm kind of like the underdog. So, I take that role on. I take the challenge on. I just go out there and I just, be a dog.
There's one game in your sophomore year that really defined you and really started your whole career, the 50-point game in only 3 quarters. Did you know heading into that game that you're going to go off like that?
No, I just did my daily routine for every game.
And, when you talk about that game, you only played 3 quarters. If coach would have played you that 4th quarter, what do you think you could have went for?
I probably would say I would have went for like 65, bro. Like, that was like one of my hottest nights ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you obviously score close to 30 points per game this past season. For your senior year, what's the numbers you think you're capable of putting up?
Hopefully I can reach that 30-point mark. That would be something different. My game is growing tremendously, so hopefully I can reach that mark.
And I can imagine the amount of schools that have been reaching out to you the last few years, obviously, about possibly transferring to their school as a prep route, national schedule. And I think right now, you're staying out of school for 3-4 years. To be able to leave a legacy like that, unlike what a lot of guys do these days, what does that? What can come with that? What does that mean to you?
I mean, it doesn't really excite me. I'm just grateful for everything that I have done. Like I can't really say anything. I'm just grateful, bro. I'm just happy to be in the position I am to have kids to look up to me, and so I'm just grateful.
Did you ever consider possibly going to a big prep school or national schedule team?
No. I feel like Callaway was my home since day one. In one of my interviews, you hear me say, I want to leave my mark where I come from. I started at Callaway, and starting to fade toward the end. So I never thought about leaving. I always wanted to leave my mark at home. So I never thought about leaving.
That's huge, man. And you obviously were also won your state's Gatorade Player of the Year. I mean, to get that honor, how'd you find out about that?
I actually found out late. Like I think they had contacted my mom. I'm just grateful to be a part of that. Be a part of the history of players that have won that award. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be a part of that.
And when you overall, how all the stuff you've been able to win, part of the reason about being able to win the Gatorade Player of the Year is not just for being an incredible athlete, it's for taking your work seriously in the classroom, for doing great things for your community. And one program you were was you're a mentor for a lot of the elementary kids. I mean, what went that decision? How were you able to kind of do that? Just talk about your bond with those guys.
I mean, I really don't try to do anything. I mean, I just be me. I mean, I feel like I'm a great person. You tell me I have a great personality, and I feel like kids just want to be around me or something like that. So, I mean, I'm not really sure, but hopefully, I'm being a great role model to all those kids.
No doubt, man. And when my last thing before I let you go, I mean, you talk about obviously your faith. I know you're a believer. How has God helped you get you to this point?
I mean, it's really just all about faith. I kind of not try to worry about too many things. I just try to let God handle it. I mean, my mom, she's a very strong praying mother, so yeah.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, obviously, you talk about you want to do the things on the court. You're going to be exceptional that way. You talk about obviously want to come back to your community, represent your community. Down the road, what's some of the stuff you want to be able to do for your community after you make it to the league?
One thing I want to make sure I do is just get more gyms in my city. I feel like people in the Mississippi area don't have a lot of gyms that they can just come to consistently, whenever they want to without any problems, some changing anything. So one thing that I'm going to make sure I do is make sure that my city or my state have a gym.
That's huge, man. My last thing before I let you go is when you talk about you both on and off the court, when you step away from this game in the future, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to remember for?
I just want my legacy, to be one of the greats, a tremendous person on and off the court, a guy who, everyone loves and everyone wants to be around, I guess. I just really want to just be great.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what God's got in store for you, man. Congratulations again, too.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Anytime. Always welcome on, bro. God bless.
Yes, sir. You too.